I'm convinced we're the most cursed team in professional sports.
You guys are bad.
I've been saying this hot take for a long time, and I'm sticking to it. My hot take is that Will McDonald's going to hit 15 sacks.
No member of the New York Jets' Week 1 offensive line will miss a game all year.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time! So get ready to rumble!
Dude, every time I see that, I think, man, Chaos looks so proud of himself after he belts that. It's just hilarious to me. Um, anyways, let me fix some shit here. Hey, there we go. Welcome to the Danger Zone. As you guys know, here on Sunday nights, we have Chaos in the Zone. Well, 2 weeks ago, my internet shit the bed, and it was just Chaos by himself in the zone, and I felt terrible. Well, then last week we had the Super Bowl. We both wanted to take that off. Tonight, Valentine's weekend and all, I said, you know what? Hey, Chaos, you did me a solid 2 weeks ago. Why don't you go entertain Jocelyn? And that he is doing. For that reason, man, it's a first time in a long time coming into a show. I didn't call in a favor. I didn't try to wrangle someone. I said, you know what? Let's do a call-in show right from the top. Haven't done that in forever. If nobody calls in, maybe I'll just do 20, 30 minutes, feel the vibe, see if the chat's cooking. 10 already in here. I mean, I'm already impressed by that because, Chaos isn't here or Murph, and you guys did not click away. Oh, well, one of you just did. There's 9 now, so shut up, Dane. But guess what? Posted that call-in link early. Already have a caller. A guy that I know doing me a favor, man. Help me quit this terrible monologue. Anyways, if you're here already, appreciate you. We see you down in the chat. Spike the like button, but honestly, just hang out, man. Let's see where this night takes us. Like I said, 20 minutes, 40, 60, who knows? It's up to you guys. And this guy is getting us to the 20. I can feel it. Without further ado, Johnny boy.
Yo, what up, brother?
Dude, glad you called in, man. What is up, man?
Oh, just living the dream, just chilling, man. I had a call real quick because, man, dude, everything going on, I feel like I think I'm team offense, man.
You're talking for the draft?
Depends on what it all falls down, depending on what we do in the free agency, because that's the most difficult part for me. We have no idea what they're going to do, right? But if they go and pick up a whole bunch of offensive players in the in free agency, or they go all defense, I think it'll essentially sway which way they go for the
Let,
draft.
let, let me ask you, because like you said, free agency is going to happen first. Like, and when you were saying that, I just was thinking, like, man, this. If you look at the staff, it's a the head coach is a defensive head coach. I would think that if they got to pay people to come in, like it would be easier to recruit defenders because like you're coming in for a defensive head coach. Whereas offense, man, we haven't had a good offense in forever. Maybe we need to draft those guys just to like hog tie them and get their asses in here. Do you think it'll be easier to recruit defenders in free agency?
I think so. I think so. And there's a lot of players out there, man. I mean, in free agency right now, I mean, shit, you could bolster up the safety room real quick. And I've told you, and you and I have had that convo with Blankenship Malachi there. There's a lot of linebackers, bro. A lot of linebackers are going to be there in free agency. So I feel like, you could bolster that piece of it up as well. It seems like the Alex Anzalone is the what's going to happen. I'm kind of on the boat on like it's a year too late for us to get him. Um, it's a lot of guys on the defensive line too that you can get. I mean, do we do a revisit and bring back JFM and we reunite with him? He's still pretty young. So it's like I said again, there's just a lot that we have out there that, you know, why not? I mean, we're
Yeah.
probably gonna have to overpay because I mean, it is what it is, right? I think in free agency, that's how it goes. And dude,
And would you rather make like a couple like what do you think will be better for us? A couple splash guys and then a bunch of minimum guys or just kind of like one splash and then a bunch of like mediums?
I think a I think a one splash, right? Like when Harrison Phillips talked about I'd rather have a connected team than talented team, I think that spoke a lot on what they're trying to do over there. So so get some guys that are more connected that you could build off of, and they're not going to give up on plays. Dude, that's one of the reasons why I like Harrison Phillips a lot. Dude, that dude never stopped until the whistle blew. Every single time. He might look dumb trying to chase down the running back, but he definitely did, man. So I definitely do. But I'm gonna hit you with this one. How
Yeah.
and it's something that I've been talking about ever since they tagged him. And the whole conversation in Cowboys world right now is the George Pickens wide receiving convo, right? Where they're talking about tag and trade. It would take probably our 44th because they traded a third, right? Do you do it? And then in the draft, you could potentially get, I don't know, maybe another wide receiver if you want. And let's just say they go later rounds and they do something crazy, or maybe they go take there with their second. So then your wide receiver room could potentially be, and this is potentially, it's hypothetical, not saying that this is going to happen, but again, we don't know what's going on until free agency, but it's something fun to talk about. You got Garrett Wilson, George Pickens, Carnell Tate, A.D. Mitchell.
I like it. I like it. Let me spin it another way though. Would you give Will McDonald up? Would you give a Jermaine up straight up for a George Pickens? I mean, hey, Quinnen's over there.
Uh, I would probably say that I would give up the will over JJ. I think JJ is more of the vocal leader that's there. If I'm being honest with you, bro, I don't want to give up any of those cats because Edge is such a premium pick, and if we have leads and et cetera, dude, you could unleash Will and JJ. So uh, it's a tough one for me, man. That's why I'm like, yo, just give up the 44th because you know what you have in George Pickens and kind of go from there.
But 2 years from now, you're going to have both those guys paid and in a Jets uniform.
True.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just curious. Like, eh, I mean, the good thing is we don't have to decide now, right? Like,
Correct.
we can see how the Achilles is with Jermaine. We can see if, and like Snowball says, man, with Dunbar, it could be night and day, or it could be more of the same. More of the same, and I think Will's gone. But we'll see, man. We got him in here, and he knows what he's doing. He's a hell of a lot better than Wilkes, I think, on paper. Just guiding those guys, and I'm not saying he'll be the only one doing it, but like, dude, Pickens, I love the talent. I don't know if this is a stable enough spot for him. A guy who probably needs one. I mean, look what he did in Pittsburgh, of all places. And, I don't know. I just feel like he could come in and run roughshod over some of these guys, and it might be like a pressure cooker. But at the same time, he could come in and get 150 targets and be happy because there's no one else right now. But hey, you had a Tate, all of a sudden, man, maybe you do get a quarterback in here. And it kind of, I don't know how long you got, Johnny, but Murph had a really good question here and kind of goes, with this. Does the Frank Reich hire make you think the Jets are leaning towards drafting a quarterback or no?
I mean, I would probably say in the later rounds, I think the Drew Aller is the one that fits the mold of a quarterback that Frank typically likes, right? That the big arm, the bigger build. So that's probably the individual that I think that he would go for. I mean, the Nussmeier conversation that everybody keeps talking about, but we had Antoine Staley on the podcast the other day, and he was talking about dude has real small hands and he's not that big of a player. And if you're playing in New York, those hand measurements mean something because of playing in the cold weather. So I'm just like, but much does that matter? He's like, hey, do you want Kenny Pickett all over again? And I'm like, oh. But if you get that bolstered up wide receiving room,
Yeah,
dude, you're pretty much dumbifying the offense. Can you imagine a defense trying to scheme for those? Like, and the
no.
thing is too, like I get people talk about, him being like Pickens being a diva, but dude, we've had wide receiver divas that have been deemed divas that we've had in the past, and they worked with us. San Antonio Holmes, Brandon Marshall. I mean, dude, remember Brandon Marshall was talked about that he was a schizo that had the dual, personality stuff and everything when he was coming over to us. And if I'm not mistaken, right, he still holds records for wide receivers for us.
He is a beast, man. You're right. That shit kind of fell on the wayside when he got here and he started cooking, and that was all that mattered. Ball was all that mattered to him when he was here, and he did good, man. I don't really know who the day 2 or 3 quarterback is that they would like. Like you said, maybe one's got small hands, maybe one hasn't played anyone good, maybe another one didn't have talent. Like that's what you get with day 2s and 3s. Like you're gonna get a guy that has one thing you're not gonna be happy about all summer. But it's we'll see. As long as they can figure that out, that's all. I'm like, even with the veteran quarterbacks, I don't even care, man. Like people are so mad. They're so pressed over Derek Carr. Like yay or nay, whatever, man. Like for me, it's pick one of them out of a hat, okay? Because that tells me you chose the guy you wanted. Well, maybe not out of a hat. That's a bad analogy, but like whoever they decide to get is fine by me. I just don't want them waiting until May and choosing the last guy there. Like, go and be assertive and get the one you want right away. Just like last year, get them right away, and then everything else will be after that. Like the bridge quarterback is it should be the next thing we do. Short of maybe tagging Brees, that might be first, but
I mean, you would at that point, if that wide receiving room is bolstered the way it is, you could sell me now on a Murray if he was to come over here. You could sell me on a lot of different quarterbacks that if this wide receiving room wasn't there, and it sets you up for 2027, man, nicely. That you have, I mean, but then I go back, bro, and I'm just like this. Like I was talking about the draft, right, dude? What if you went and again, this is me just talking, right? Because I want to score. If I'm being honest with you, I want an offense that's going to score, and I want an offense that's going to score. We haven't had that in a long time. So, like, give me Tate. If for some crazy reason Lemon is at 16, give me
Mhm.
that. Then you're your wide receiving room, right?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
Garrett Wilson, Tate, Lemon, and Mitchell as your four?
It's enticing. Now you can have a Mariota even probably in that situation. Like it doesn't matter. But like I'm with you. You need to make it like with Murray. Like there's no sense in getting Murray or a Tua or something if you're not gonna overly stock them. Because what's the point? You're just trying to get to what 6 wins. Like if you're not gonna make some splashes, like you're saying, when it comes to pass catchers, maybe just fix the defense first. I hate to say it. And then, because like it'd just be pointless to bring in Kyler and he just has Garrett and maybe Brees. That's it. Like, it's not enough.
That's what I'm saying exactly. Like, look, I do think that AD Mitchell, there is talent with AD Mitchell, but it still has to be completely unlocked. It's not fully unlocked yet. So it's a big what if that we have with that because he is a project type of guy. Now, if somehow let's just say Pittman ends up falling because he's a casualty from getting cut, I mean, yeah, get me that dude. I'm all game for it because we have the money to do it. And you're giving Garrett that Robin or Batman or whatever way you want to look at Garrett Wilson. So like I just dude, but then I also fight back the Tate and the Sadiq. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah, I do.
at
I do. And
16,
that's the other thing. Like, I know you're specifically talking wide receivers, man, but if you're just saying two pass catchers, even that would be huge. Like, if it's a Sadiq or something, um, it would be just as good in being that safety blanket, like you're talking about, and that you're trying to dummy proof the quarterback position because let's face it, our performance there have been terrible. Um, hey, man, it's good insurance policy, and like you're saying, like if you draft them, they're going to be here for the next guy. If you sign them in free agency, they may not. If they have a shitty first year, all of a sudden we're eating dead money and they're out the door. Like, eh. So I'm kind of with you, man. I do like the idea of maybe getting defense in free agency and then offense in the draft. I think you just do one or the other though. Like don't do a little bit in both and then a little bit because you don't know how the board will fall. Like I would be I would like to enter that draft focusing on one half of the ball, not the whole damn team. Is all I'm trying to say.
yeah, I mean, 100%, dude. I just again, it's right now it's fun because again, you don't really know what way they're gonna go in free agency. I mean, dude, imagine if they build up the defense on in free agency. It changes everything. It changes everything. Everything that you're gonna be thinking about that. Because at that point then they could say, you know what, we bolstered this up, right? We got another wide receiver, we fixed the defense. You know what? We really like Mendoza and we're not worried about potentially going up to go get them. So you know what? F it. Let's do it and keep our threes next year. And and
Yeah,
and then we're there at that point too. So and he could sit back and continue to keep learning. So like when there's people out there that are saying that the Jets are not in a real good position, I think they are. I think they have the correct group right now to be able to potentially build off of it. But you gotta hope that the Jets don't do jet moves, right? So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
other
Well, and the other thing is like even I've said it, man, 100 million sounds like a lot. It's not when you need all these 40 some guys, but like the more I think about it, it's like, man, we have like 100 million dead this year. What you could do is give guys that you know you want 3 year deals, and you make it very cheap this first year while we're paying the dead, and then you got to pay them a little more next year. But guess what? You're not paying Rodgers, you're not paying Fields, so it'll balance out. Is what I'm trying to say. You can't look at it like we only have 100 million to get these guys. No, we have 100 now, 200 next year. Like it's just got to smooth out. So I I don't want to see a lot of rentals brought in, unless they're minimum contract. There's no point in giving a guy 10 million for 1 year when he's not going to be here when it matters.
exactly.
So yeah, so cheap rentals, but the multi-year deals, I want to be backload them and let them be wise decisions because they're going to have to be here all of those years you give them. So
And that's what I'm saying too. Like I keep saying with me going wide receiver, right in the draft, you could potentially are looking for the future itself, and are saying if Garrett Wilson starts to say, I'm tired of the losing, I'm tired of all of this. I mean, you got your wide receiver 1 and 2 already there. I mean, you get them in the first round. It's 5 years of having some top wide receivers that are Lemon and Tate, because that's the whole conversation. And those are the guys or whatever, maybe in this draft. But why would you not want to do that? Have an insurance piece for that, And to me, it just makes sense because you're also thinking of the future. But dude, you're telling me you could potentially have 4 full years of this wide receiving room. It'd be a good problem to have when it comes time to having to sign all these dudes,
dude,
re-sign
if
them.
the only thing I would suggest, man, is if you do, man, can you lean on like outside receivers? Because just a guilty play. I think most of us just are dying to see Garrett work the slot more.
Correct.
Man, if you got like some big body, even if it's not even in round one, man, like say you take a flyer on a Chris Bell. Yes, he tore his ACL. No pun intended on the name there, Chris Bell ACL. But he did. And before that, man, he was going to be a first round pick. He's 6'4". He's got sticky hands. And now you might be able to get him a little bit later. And maybe we just rehab him back and he is something we need, man. A 6'4" demon on the outside. I can't remember when we've had that, like you're saying, Brandon Marshall, man. Like,
Dude, that's why the Pickens conversation to me is so like interesting, man, because I'm like, exactly. So you get your AD Mitchell, you can have your George Pickens in the outside, and then you throw Garrett in the slot, and he is a menace in there, right? Yeah. Like, again, and that's one of the other reasons why I'm actually really excited about the Seth Ryan hiring. There's been a lot of players that have come out and have talked highly over Seth Ryan, speaking that because of him is the reason why their actual wide receiving, you know, as a wide receiver developed a lot more. So I mean, Armand St. Brown came out, and before we even like signed him or anything, was talking highly about Seth Ryan. Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson was saying, yeah, dude, it was Seth who was helping me set up these really crazy plays that were working for us. So like, dude, it's just, imagine having 4 wide out there, bro. Like, and they're all great. How would you cover them? Like, how would a defense try to scheme for them? Because most defenses only have one good corner, right, and
true,
one good
true.
safety, and that's it.
Snowball says 4 wide would be wild. It would. It would, man. I'd be down. Also saw a stat the other day that we operated under center for under 100 passes this past year. Like, it's like, man. I mean, four wide's awesome. Hey, even if you're out of the shotgun, that's fine by me. But like, we just need a guy that can do whatever we need him to do based on our personnel. Um, Also, Johnny, I don't know if you knew this, but George Pickens, fan of the show, he's actually watching, as you can see here, and he likes your idea.
Yeah. Hey, do it, bro. Like I get that people say about that, like him being a diva and being this and being that, but bro, if you start to win with New York, it's a different feel that he's never had, bro. Like, yeah, he was doing whatever he was doing over there in Dallas. It is completely different in New York, man. And if you're part of the team that could potentially turn it around, bro, there's a reason why Brandon Marshall still is taught to this day. That dude, he reps the New York Jets hardcore consistently. So, hey, Pickens, if you're watching that, bro, hey, you got a fan here, man. I might be a little bit biased too because I'm a Bulldogs fan. But dude, I just remember that Sugar Bowl game, bro, in 2019, dog. Like, yo, he went up. If you can, real quick, on your computer, pull up his stats from that 2019 Sugar Bowl game. I think it was against Vanderbilt, if I'm not, or Baylor. It might have been Baylor. I think it was Vanderbilt. I'm pretty sure it was Vanderbilt.
I got you. I got you, sir. January 1st, 2019, box score. And who are we talking about here?
Pickens.
Uh, Pickens. It was not that year.
Not that it wasn't the 2019 season. It was the 2019, like the date was 2019.
Yeah, that's what I looked. Was maybe 2020? Who was it? Georgia?
Yeah, Jordan. I think it was either against Vanderbilt or Baylor. I'm throwing
Baylor.
a blank. But dude, he
I've
had
checked
like crazy receptions in that game. He went off. He won MVP for that game.
Pickens. Oh
Yeah.
shit, yeah. 12 catches, buck 75 and a tutty.
And he was doing those type of numbers in the league. You know what I'm saying? So like this dude has been that guy for a while. And like his argument is, people, dude, I had somebody arguing with me talking about he he you got a player that wants to be great, and you got a player that wants the ball.
I
Is
mean,
that not what you want?
he he's a tough conversation to have, man, because the talent is enormous, man. Could we use him? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Just something tells me he's not a fit with Glenn, with anything we're doing over here. I call me crazy. I mean, chat, what do you guys think? I know some of you have already sounded off on it, but I'm asking you now again, yay or nay? Do you try to get Pickens in here? And I mean, they tagged him. Does that mean if he comes over, he needs a deal right away? I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
so.
Um, yeah. So let
And
me.
to me, you do it, bro. You fucking sign that cat for the long haul.
Do you have a minute to get a third opinion?
Yeah.
We have a guy here that maybe can talk about what he thinks about George Pickens to the Jets. Let's go ahead and bring him out, the one, the only, Charles Gorman.
Yo, what up, Charles?
George Pickens as a talent, yes. As a personality, fuck no. I mean, George Pickens can be very immature from time to time, but he is a tremendous talent. I'm not denying I've been impressed with his talent since his days on the Steelers. He had a very solid year with the Cowboys, but he's a very we don't need a somewhat of a toxic person on this roster. Like I get it. He's very good as a wide receiver. He's so fun to watch as a player, but we don't need his stupidity constantly. Like this team is not.
But you don't
I mean,
think Glenn kind of it's stopping that because we had that in Clemens. Clemens was that guy that was cursing people out on the sideline, was being super immature and all that, and you didn't see that this year. If anything, if I'm gonna keep it 100, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. He had a lot better season than he's had since anything. I mean, I get it, like the defense still
No, I'm
sucked,
not saying
but
wanting Pickens is a bad idea, but I mean, he was good. He was somewhat well behaved on the Cowboys. Brian Scheidenheimer, I thought, did a decent job coaching the team his first year, especially on the offensive side of football. Their offense was very good this year, for the most part. And George Pickens was one of their best players on offense this year, along with Javonte Williams. I wouldn't mind the Jets bring him in if he's willing to come here.
he's a free agent too. So
I know that,
So-
but what if he wants
so
to go on
much-
in Dallas? He had his career year with Dallas this past year. So there's that. But, I mean, I've always liked Pickens since he was with Pittsburgh. But I do understand where you're coming from, Johnny Boy. I do understand where you're coming from. Glenn did somewhat keep Mike Clemens under control. But hopefully we cut Mike Clemens this year because I don't want his ass on the team no more. But I'm not necessarily 100% against George Pickens, but I do understand where you're coming from, Johnny.
Charles, just to piggyback, I mean, Johnny's sentiment was not specifically Pickens is an idea, but he really wants a beefed up receiving core.
mhm.
How do
Who the hell
you
doesn't?
envision? Yeah, if not Pickens, how would you go about doing it without? I mean, are you just burning all your picks on wide receivers? You're going to try to get what are you thinking there?
Well, I wouldn't burn all my picks on one. I would try to look for some in free agency. Like I know Pickens is a free agent. Who else is a free agent that I can probably think of at this moment? I mean,
Well, he's not a free agent. We would have to trade for him, and the comp that I saw out there would be our 44th
our third
to
round
pick
pick.
him up. And for me, I would do it if that's all it
I mean, a
takes to
second
get
round
a
pick, I'm sorry?
coup, the 44th pick.
That's their second round pick, correct?
Correct. That's essentially the Cowboys pick. So the Cowboys would get their
Pick back.
second round pick back.
I mean, it is an interesting choice, but I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea, but okay, here are our free agents. I want nothing to do with Diop. He was rarely utilized on the Ravens. I don't think Mike Evans is leaving Tampa Bay.
That's what
Christian
I
Kirk
mean.
is
Like,
all right. He's a good receiver, but I wouldn't.
I think that out of all of those that are there, the only one I would potentially jump into would probably be Jennings. After that, it's
I've
not
always
really
liked
that
Jennings. I've always
desirable.
did.
No, Josh Reynolds, guys.
Oh, of course, bring him back. Him and Tim Patrick. Why not?
Tim Patrick. Yeah, dude. Yeah, of course. Keenan Allen. No DeAndre Hopkins, guys. None of those.
Keenan Allen, yes, he was very good on the Chargers this past year.
Yeah. Which quarterback's going to look at it? It's going to be like, oh yeah, let's Reynolds, Keenan Allen. Hell yeah, let's do it.
Keenan Allen's a stud. Could AG keep Charles going? Maybe. Maybe Jets worldwide. Maybe.
Dallas
Yo.
gave up a third. Why are we giving up a second, fellas?
The season he had last year, and it's a need for the Jets. You think Dallas is just gonna be like, yeah, it's cool, whatever, and you're gonna get a talented person to be right next to Garrett Wilson
And Adonai Mitchell.
Man, yeah, that's what I mean. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine it being Garrett Wilson, George Pickens, A.D. Mitchell, right?
I've been very impressed with Adonai Mitchell. I'll never forget. I know he got a bad rap when he was on the Colts when he played against the Rams, but it's not like he did it on purpose. As he was about to cross the goal line, he lost the grip on the football and it rolled into the end zone. He made a great play. He made a great catch over the defensive back and was
With the
running his way
Colts.
to the.
I remember that. But I mean,
It was a
look,
great play on the ball.
but he's a player, like I said a little bit earlier. He still needs to be completely unlocked. He's a big project still, you know. But you got
And
a
we have
guy
a good
proven
wide
like
receiver coach. Did we keep Sean Jefferson?
he's still there. Yep.
He's the one that coached up Calvin Johnson when he was in Detroit.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, like, I want to bolster up the offense, because especially if we continue to keep talking, and the narrative now is 2027 is the year that we go ahead and we get the quarterback that we want, blah blah blah. You're kind of setting yourself up for 2027. So then you could sell me on a Marcus Mariota coming over here. You could sell me on all of these like subpar quarterbacks that would potentially be coming over here, you know? So
Yeah, Boss Girl said it, man. She said, you know, where's Romeo Dobbs? He's further down the list, so keep him on
I
your
like me some Romeo Dobbs. He's a good ass receiver. He's got a nice pair of hands. He just needs to stay. The problem I have with Romeo Dobbs is his durability, but he is a very solid receiver. Packers always
Yeah.
had a pretty good history of solid receivers. I mean, especially when they had Favre and Rodgers in his prime.
hell yeah, just
Snowball.
worldwide. Snow Bizzles up in Hawaii doing it up, drinking some Mai
Dude.
Tais, hitting the
Hey,
beach, hitting the
Snowball.
hulas.
Snowball, I'm going in April. You got to let me know where I need to go. Okay, so let me know, man.
Have
And the other
fun,
thing too
Snowball.
is this, man, right? Like, as much as the Brees Hall individual pisses me off, because I know the talent that he has is there. It's just that he's just hasn't had anything there to potentially be able to further his development, right? Dude, if they bolstered up the wide receiving room, I could be like, you could sell me on like, yo, bringing Brees back completely. You know, so this is completely changed. Like, it is completely changed, bro. That Bill Musgrave is such an underrated hiring. Oh, but nobody wanted him, and nobody wanted this, and all. We haven't had this amount of senior actual OCs and guys that have done it and have actually developed people in a very long time.
True.
I
The last time we hired a quarterback of the seed in developing people was the guy that got killed in that motorcycle accident.
who do you mean? You're not talking about Greg Knapp, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that how he died?
I think it was a motorcycle accident. Yeah.
Nah, he
Oh,
was
okay.
riding his bicycle, bro.
Oh shit!
was-
I was far from that.
Not really. 2 wheels. You weren't far. But dude, what do you guys think of Seth Ryan? Is he is that a signing you're excited about?
I mean, the whole Ryan family's been a part of the Jets. I mean, Buddy Ryan was the defensive line coach of the Jets during the Joe Namath days. His his son Rex led us to 2 straight A. Helped lead us, was a part of a Jet team. They went to 2 straight AFC Championship games his first 2 years. But apparently, Seth Ryan is an offensive guy, not a defensive guy. So that intrigues me. But we shall see, man. We shall see.
Hey, every time we've had a Ryan on the team, we've done okay. So that should kind of excite you on that. And then again, a lot of like one main player came out. Other players have shouted out Seth Ryan and have stated that he's been the biggest reason for the development as wide receivers. So, and then you had what's his name, the coach from Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson came out and said, you know, Seth drew up a lot of these plays that were super intricate and was able to have this team excel on it. So why not? I mean, we've been saying it forever and a day that we need something new back there, you know. And I feel like with this offensive staff, it's really a good mixture of old and new.
Yeah, because last year's was mostly new.
Yeah, it was. It was. Um, let's make sexy Sethi a thing.
Oh my god. Really? First sexy Rex, sexy Sethy? Come on, bro. You gotta
Charles,
think
you
of something
got it.
original. Like, I'm sorry. Sexy Rex, okay, I get the charm behind that. But sexy Sethy? No. I'm sorry. F. Boo. Epic fail.
Let him know, Charles. Let me know. I love it.
But I mean, look, I know people say, from what I understand, he seemed like a good enough coach. I know his father, Rex Ryan, was extremely happy. I remember watching that clip on YouTube. He was very happy about it. I mean, look, it can't be worse. Let's pray to God this coach isn't as bad nor worse than the previous coaching staff that we've had under Aaron Glenn. So that's all I got to say. Want to stick around for a bit. It's good talking to you guys. Have a good day.
Later, Charles. Appreciate you, brother.
You too,
You
man.
know, Dano, you know the other one that I'm actually really excited about too is the Alfredo Roberts. To be able to see what he's going to do with the tight ends.
I think that room could use some new voices. Agreed. I don't know much about him. I'm not going to lie. He has a fantastic name. I'll say that. What can you tell me about him, Johnny?
He's coached up a lot of good a lot of good tight ends. It's not coming off the top of my head, but if you look him up, you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, he's the one that was developing these tight ends." So I mean, dude, he was the one that was pounding the table for Darnell Washington.
Oh, he's the other guy from Pittsburgh we got. Yeah, him and Dunbar, right? Both from
Yep,
over
yep.
there. You know, I love that. By the way, like
Winning
coming from
culture.
Tom. Well, yeah, and Tomlin, who I think is who Glenn wishes he could be. Maybe they impart something over here. I'm down. He was also a former tight end. Now I'm remembering a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but where was he recently? Okay, Steelers ever since COVID. Chargers before that. I'm sorry, Colts a while back. Buccaneers, Brown. I mean, dude has 20 years of coaching tight ends. It seems like.
Mm-hmm. Look at the tight ends that he's coached up, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Let's see. I don't know an easy way of doing that. But let's see. Well, chat, let us know. What do you know about Alfredo Roberts? Like, it looks like Colts was 2012 to 2015. Then he was with the Chargers 2020, and then Pittsburgh 2021 to 2025. So I mean, he's had that big boy. What's his name? Washington, I think, the giant dude that
Yeah,
Pittsburgh
Darnell
had.
Washington, the mountain.
Yeah, yeah. Which, hey, man, try to can you turn Ruckert into that guy somehow? Like,
Dude, can you bring Darnell Washington over here? I would kill for that dude, bro. I wanted that guy when he was coming out. He came out the same year that Brock Bowers came out, and I was like, yo, get him, get him, get him. And that's how I knew that Brock Bowers was so good, because coming into
Freiermuth?
Georgia, he was the guy, bro. He was supposed to be the dude. Darnell Washington was the guy, you know, but I mean, Brock Bowers just beat him, bro, you know. So
Well, he was a tight end for 5 years. He coached tight ends for almost 20. A little bit other, like running backs, a little bit, wide receivers, a little bit, but mainly tight ends. Would you trust him with a brand new? Say you drafted a Sadiq in round one. Would it be too much to throw Sadiq and Mason Taylor at the dude right away?
no, because he could mold them, right? He'll mold them. He'll teach them the ins and outs. Bro, I'm pretty positive that, if I'm not mistaken, it was him who gave Kellen Winslow that crazy season he had over there at in Cleveland. So like that's what I'm saying. Like this guy has it.
You're right. You're right.
Anywhere he's gone, he's developed. Dude, who was a tight? I'm throwing a blank at the tight ends when he was there with the Colts. And
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I don't have any. Well, I mean, I could, if you buy me a second, I could tell you. Because that's what, like the beginning of luck. Let's see,
and that's what I'm saying. Like I think nobody is wanting to give AG any love at all. But look what he did. The whole narrative that was out there was this dude cannot bring anybody. We hired this guy to do this and all that. Yeah.
Kobe Fleener.
It might have been Kobe Fleener.
Yeah, there was Dwayne Allen. Kobe Fleener is the name I recognize the most, but let me go back a hair. Kobe Fleener wasn't bad either, man. He was a good pass catcher. Let's see. Yeah, Kobe Fleener, I think, was his best one there. But he was with the Jags for like 4 years before that. Like, dude has been everywhere. And that's probably a good thing, man.
Yeah. So again, and the thing with Frank, I mean, Frank is not married to one type of scheme, which is good. And his in-game adjustments has always been something that is talked about with him as well. So for me, man, it's always been the whole convo. Like we've never had complimentary football. It's always been like you get one unit that is like really, really good, and everything else around it is just crappy, right? So let's talk about Salah. Defense. Defense was good. Offense bad. Special teams was bad. So I don't know, man. Dude, I hate that I get myself all hyped up for the season, but it's like that's all you have, man. You have hope. You're muted.
All right. Let me ask you a question. Because I don't know. I just look at I think back, and Boss Girl said it. She kind of forecasted it. Like a month ago, we were all pretty down and out on what this staff was going to look like, but it wasn't formed yet. We didn't give them the chance to form it yet. Now it is formed. Do you think if I asked you a month ago, Johnny, what you thought it would look like versus how it actually is now, do you think you're pleasantly surprised? Do you think you're about average? Do you think you're still down? Where are you at, like, with how it actually came together?
I'm happy, right? Because I was probably one of the few that was like, I don't believe you fire. And you were too. You were on it because you were the same boat. You were like, I do not want to fire AG. Let's give it time. Let's see what he's going to do. You kept pushing that. I kept pushing that. And when everybody was like, just get rid of him, get rid of him, get rid of him. Look, I commend the guy.
It's easy to say, it's very easy to say that, but to actually do it is a whole nother animal. But like the Angstrand thing, I mean, I'm not going to lie, that I was not on, in Glenn's corner as much as I was prior to that. So when he fired him, I was like, fuck, man, what the fuck now? And then, if you polled me then versus polled me now, I think like you, I'm pleased beyond hell. But like, I don't know. Keep talking. Like, what do you think?
I just think at the end of the day, he could do all this stuff and everything. It doesn't matter if you don't win. He needs to win, bro. Like, he needs to win. He is fighting. Like, this year, he is fighting for his coaching career with the New York Jets. And I'm sorry, but he is. And it sucks to say that, and I get it that we signed him for 5 years, and you got to see it, and people are like, oh, but what if, he loses competitively? Like, does that, save him and all that? And I'm like, no, it doesn't, dude. So you're telling me, right? We're gonna go another season, and it's a losing season, and it goes to 11, then it goes to 16, not being in the playoffs. I just can't, like, dude. I want a winning season. That should be the floor for us. Like, that should be the floor. It shouldn't be give me 7 and I'm okay with that. Like, no, the floor should be 9. Get the 9 wins. Get the winning season itself.
People do it all the time, man. All the friggin' time. Like the Patriots won 3 games and then they won what, 15? Like,
Yeah,
do you have a moment for a question or two?
yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Boss Girl comes in. I got some others too, but she says, "Do you?" And I know you're plugged into the Harrison Phillips comments, so I think you're perfect for this. Do you think those comments changed any fans' anger? A guy inside the locker room telling us that AG was up against cancerous and truculent group.
I mean, yes, because again, right? And Boss Girl knows how I feel about that. And you were on it too. Like, we kept talking about how crappy that team was the year before. It was on such a decline. Dude, they had how many undrafted free agents on that line? Like, it's something that we still don't, like, it wasn't really talked about, and I mean, did the DJ Reed thing really hurt us that bad of him leaving as a leader there next to Sauce? There's a lot. There's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff that was never really talked about, and it was very easy to just say, oh, but we had some talent on the team. We had this, we had that, and I'm like, but did we, or did we really just overhype our time? How many times did we talk about the CJ Mosley and how much impact that actual had on the New York Jets? Before the season started, remember, I was on your show, and I
Mhm.
was like, yo, did we just watch a like a retirement freaking video for CJ Mosley? So, like, again, to answer the question on what she was stating in regards to, the Harrison Phillips conversation, it was already being talked about. It was talked about from Devontae Adams. Then it took Harrison Phillips not to come over to remind everybody how bad it really was in the locker room.
Mhm.
So that's my
And you
take.
can't turn it over in 1 year. I mean, in one off season, you can't. I mean, we cut a large portion of the cancer, but like, what happens? You got to go back and get a follow up. You got to get checked out again down the road to see how
Mm-hmm.
much is still there, and that's kind of where we're at now. So, did his comments change any fans' anger? I would say no, because these fans in this fan base, including me, one person's comments, people are just going to gloss over it. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, they're not going to believe it. They're going to read the tabloids and the beat gossip shit, but like the real ones ought to know, that Glenn had a damn hard job, and he did damn poorly. He did, but um, I mean, I think you're with me, man. You got to give him one more go at it. And the fact that he fired Angstrand, to me, shows balls, man. 'Cause
100%.
I don't think it was the problem. I don't, but I think that it just wasn't good enough, and heads rolled. So, like, that tells me Glenn was stern enough, and he is self aware to look at his staff and fire anyone he needed to. He can't fire himself, but he was given the green light to do what he needed to do, and he did it. So I we'll see. I just hope, like you said, like I like the staff, man. I
Mm-hmm.
like the new staff on paper. On paper, they have nothing to work with right now. You got to give them a month, and then we'll have free agencies. You got to give them 2 months, and then we'll have draftees. Then form an opinion. Even
Yep.
that's too soon, but wait until then at least.
And
Yeah.
Dano, the other thing too that like I wish the fans would understand is that it's been 10 losing seasons. 10 losing seasons, guys. Like I can't keep putting those words out there and not let you guys understand 10 consecutive losing seasons, okay? All of that locker room knows is losing. That's it. Okay? The guy that really needs to come on and probably talk would potentially should be Hennessy, who's been through it all, who's been through there. The 10 losing season is not talked about enough and what it really does to I mean shit, it's the reason why it's called the same old Jets.
While Wave was curious who we think put Glenn on a hot seat, Woody, because he's saying Woody let AG hire a completely new staff. So who put AG on the hot seat? The fans? Jake Asman?
Aaron Glenn put Aaron Glenn on the hot seat. Okay. That's gonna be look, I love Aaron Glenn, and this is coming from a guy that was not an Aaron Glenn fan. You knew I didn't want Glenn. Glenn was probably like my fourth pick. It was Ben Johnson, it was Flores for me, right? And it was, I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, Vrabel. Why would you not want Vrabel over here at that time? But um it was AG. You know, AG came in, fire, guns a blazing, putting what he put out on the podium, and then it just ended up backfiring. But like you just said, Dano, okay, it takes balls to know that you messed up, and rather than wait to correct it, you do it now, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm going to. If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down fighting, right? So I'm gonna do everything I can because I love this team, you know, and that's what he was saying to us. That's my take.
I'm with you, man. Honestly, it wouldn't shock me if Glenn doesn't get a third or a fourth year, even. I think the bar is so low. Um, there's people in the chat, 6 wins and a good culture is enough to get him year 3. I think that could do it too. I'm not gonna lie. If things are feeling like we're building something, like we're gonna have so many new free agents, so many new draftees. It's gonna feel like Glenn's team this year, and it's gonna feel like year 1. Not year 2.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. I know you want 9. I know. Um, but I think context matters. And if you feel decent on Sundays, even in a loss, I think you'll change that tune. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying like it's the getting fucking boat raced every damn Sunday this year. That was tough. But like if we lose a nail biter and we can tell we're one draft away, you're not gonna pull the plug. I mean, come on. Are you?
I think the fan base is gonna be so loud, bro, that's going to give that. I mean, look, I'm sorry, but this fan base is a very loud fan base. Bro, when Sauce Gardner went on that Chad Ochocinco interview with them on the podcast, bro, and was saying that I heard all of the stuff that was on social media, I saw all the stuff and everything, that just spoke so m- much volume to me. I was like, yo, these cats are seeing this stuff. These cats are hearing the Jake Asman of the world, right? Like to be, cause dude, I mean, let's keep it a buck. Yo, Jake has a loud voice, bro, and his voice is heard. I mean, this Jake is literally probably the voice of the fan base to the New York Jets right now. He has the biggest following on his show. So yeah, the fan base should probably shut up. But when all you've ever known is losing, whenever you've had the last time you've been to the playoffs 15 years ago, you're gonna get people that are pissed off, man. Because Dano and myself are both guys that are out of market, okay, out of market, and we both put out so much content for this damn team that not any other team in the NFL is doing it the way we are. So
Right.
what
I
does that
wonder
tell
though,
you?
like Sauce though, like when I did see the interview you're talking about, it I don't know that he said Jet fans. I think he just said like fans. But also like even when he was here, there'd be 31 freaking teams in his mentions saying, bro does not deserve he's a whole merchant and he's all that. Like I just wonder, if he was taking a shot at us or if he's just talking about all fans. Because you see him, like he'll put a post up and delete it a minute later because he knows people are clipping that shit immediately. Like he's in a constant. I can't imagine these guys' socials when they post something and all of a sudden they got 1,000 replies in a minute. It's like holy fuck. Talk about a loud voice, yeah. I don't know though. I wish we could get Sauce's honest opinion. Um, Also, like I feel bad for him, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Oh, the thing about it, bro, if we're gonna keep it 100, bro, we were acting like that dude was a bum. We were acting like he sucked as a corner, and he did it. He was like the least targeted out of all of the corners. So what does that mean, right? So when you're going to get a lot less chances to try to get the ball. You're going to get a lot of chances to make plays and all of that. But nobody talks about, right, with Glenn and how he changed the missed tackles, okay? The bonehead penalties that he was getting left and right over there with Salah and them. He was actually able to travel this time with wide receiver one. So I mean, look, Glenn called them up and was the person that told them that we're trading you. And straight up was like, we couldn't pass this up. We love you. We think you're going to be great, but go and be great with the Colts.
got a super chat. First one of the Sunday night, Johnny. It's from Carlos, man. Appreciate you, brother. $5. And he has a plan, and I want to get your thoughts on it. He's asking for your thoughts on it. He says, support AG. Solid staff in place. Move to a 3-4 defense. Add Kirk Cousins or Derek Carr, one or the other. And draft Ty Simpson at 16 or we'll say 33. What say you to that plan? Is it a solid plan?
So 3-4, right? That means what? Three linebackers, right? Or all the way around? Okay.
3 linemen, 4
Four.
linebackers.
Okay. So who are the other four? You know what I'm saying?
I do. Like, well, I mean, okay, so Jermaine, Will McDonald, and, well, in the middle would be Harrison Phillips. Jawan Briggs and Phillips are going to be splitting time, or are we just going to take Will McDonald out of there and put Briggs, Jermaine, and Phillips, and then rotate Will McDonald in? I don't know. Will McDonald going to stand up and play linebacker? I doubt that. It's hard because like we don't know the free agents and the draftees yet. But let's not get stuck on that part. Like 3-4 people are projecting it. I don't know if they know their shit or they're just whatever, man. That's the besides the do whatever works. For me, like I'm starting to look at the second part of that. Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, draft Ty Simpson, either 16 or 33. That's tough,
I can't
man.
do it. I can't. I can't. Like Carlos, I get it, but there's too much other talent that we need at those positions when you have a potential. Does Ty Simpson? That's the question to ask. Does Ty Simpson fit what Frank wants? Because look, at the end of the day, man, we could talk all we want, but the only thing that matters is AG and Muji and Frank and this actually coordinators on what they're going to want to do and their type of quarterback. That's why I keep saying that the Drew Aller conversation and he's in the later rounds. Why not? Why not? Like, just at that point, take a chance. I like the Cousins, right? I think the Derek Carr. What would Derek Carr take for us? I mean, we maybe a 6.
Maybe they just when we get closer to like he actually is coming, like, because dude has to pass a physical, he's got to prove that he can play. Maybe he just shows up to camp there and it's like, hey man, cut me or I'm just gonna be a nuisance behind. Oh shucks. I don't know. It could get to the point where they're like, okay, this guy is serious. We do have to do something. Let's just cut him. I don't know. But maybe, yeah, maybe a 6 gets it done, but I don't want that contract, whatever it is. Like
Correct.
I want to sign him off the street. So I really need them to cut him if he's even an option. I need them to cut him. I need Kirk Cousins to be cut. I can't trade for Kirk Cousins.
Same
But
thing with
if
Murray.
yeah, with Murray, with Tua. Like, here's the thing. Like I said it earlier in the show. Like any vet, I don't care. Like I'm not going to sit here and be on a soapbox for one vet quarterback all off season when there could be 8 of them to choose from, and they're all about the same. So like, just plug one in, man. Who fits Reich? Like you said, who fits Reich? Ty Simpson. Uh, it's gonna have to be 33 for me, Carlos. I can't take him at 16. Nah, because like I need to I might have to give up 2 firsts next year to get the guy I want. So I can't give up one now for and then just overwrite it next year with 2 more ones. It's not fiscal sense to me. So if it's Simpson at 33 or it's 28 or whatever, somewhere in there, okay. Okay. Maybe it works out and maybe we're taking a quarterback in a 3rd round next year. I don't know. But uh, I can't do it at 16, man. That's my hard line. I cannot do it in a top 20 at all.
That's why I'm looking at this as that's why I'm like, yo, boost up the offense. You're setting up the offense for the future. And if it's a 2027 is when you're looking for your wide receiver, I mean for your quarterback of the future for the franchise, right? You have it in place and you have the weapons that are potentially, right? If Glenn has that 3rd year, right? And he has a team working on their 2nd year with Frank and his entire staff and everything. Right then and there, you already have all of your offensive weapons, been in the system for a while, know the nuances of what's going on the offense, and then it makes it a lot easier. So and dude, there's a lot of people out there, bro. If I'm being honest with you, bro, after probably 105 for me, I could give 2 shits on what they do. Like it doesn't matter to me at that point anymore because a lot of those guys that are going to be drafted after that, like you said it, right? There's going to be stuff that we're going to talk about that they need to do this or they need to do that, and that's the reason why they didn't go to 1st, 2nd round or whatever. What up, Afram? It's just again, like I said, man. I mean, it takes time, man.
It is, dude. Secretly, like I kind of need us to slide it to, which is probably impossible, or at 16, turn down a lemon or something, man, and slide to 20 or 22. We just, dude, after 44, we can't wait all the way to 103. And then after 103, we can't wait all the way to 172. Like
Mm-hmm.
44 to 172, we have 1 pick in the middle. That's just, dude, we need a million picks in between there. We can't just do one. And that's going to piss some people off because it's like, okay, if Lemon's sitting right there at 16, how do you slide? Well, maybe that's the only way you can slide because Lemon's sitting there. Or,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like, there has to be someone good sitting there that you pass on in order for you to even slide. You're not just going to slide because there's no one there. It's not going to work. But I will say, man, Sonny Styles is sitting there. You better not slide. You better not.
Dude, that's right. That's the thing. Like I had the convo with DT, and we were talking and comparing this Ohio State draft class to the 2017 Alabama draft class. Dude, they had 10 players that got drafted from Alabama that year. And I'll give you some names that were names that we would know, right? OJ Howard, you had Humphrey, Reuben Foster that was coming out. And guess who the Jets got out of all of those guys? Darius Stewart. That was the Darius Stewart year.
There's a wide receiver, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
remember the name.
so again, but then again, that's why I go back to that Pickens conversation, bro. Right? If 44 is there and that's what it would take to trade, bro, I would do it all day, every day, because then the conversation changes in the draft, for me at least, for weapons. Then I'm like, yo, go ham. But yes, I would love for us to trade back and pick up some more ammunition. It's just who's gonna come up to want to do that.
Will you be mad though if we trade off a guy that's sitting there that you love?
That love conversation, bro. That's a hard one, man. Yo, he's good, bro. He's so good, dude. Like,
would you take him at 2? Because I've seen it. I've seen it from fans in the last day or two. Take him at 2.
Is Brees back with us?
Let's say you can flip him for a 3rd finally.
I'm done. Then fuck yes.
Oh,
give me, yeah, bro. Like, I'm team weapon, dog. If you're telling me that, what's going on, Afram?
What's up, Johnny?
Yo, living the dream.
Know.
Afram, are you listen to this running back at 2 talk?
I'll do it, bro. Yo, give it to me.
Listen, I said it last time. I wouldn't mind using one of my picks from next year to sneak back in high up to get the love after you pick number 2. Why not?
So you'd take 16 and pair it with like
no,
44.
A 2027 first round pick.
Ah, okay. Interesting. I like that.
Use one of those, now you got yourself, some talent coming in.
You do. Is it difference making talent, Afram?
Well, if he wants to run the ball like he wants to, ground and pound, who better than probably I wouldn't say generational, but he's up there based on what everyone's saying.
That Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
With him and Brees. I mean, not Braylon.
Yeah.
Depending on how Braylon comes back.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. Running back's not a premium position, but it has been changing because teams are running more, and last 2 Super Bowls were won with the defensive front four. Then that's not been high scoring games.
Who won
they
the
want
Super
to
Bowl
control
this
the
year?
clock. What's that?
Who won the Super Bowl this year?
The Seahawks with the front 7.
Who won it last year?
The Eagles with their front 4.
Yeah. So I want to say the team that was playing against the Eagles was so concerned about Saquon Barkley and stopping him because he was such on a tear that they forgot that they had Devontae Smith and they had AJ Brown and Hurts that could get him the ball and kill you that way. Oh, this year I think Kenneth Walker was just a menace during his playoff run. And they couldn't stop him. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the running back position, it's needed, man. It changes a lot of games, bro. Because now these running backs are catching in the background.
It's how you want to build this team up. If it's ground and pound, you You got to have the best play. You got to have the best front line. You got to have the best running back, because once he's in the open field, man, it's hard to bring that guy down. He seems to,
John,
like they say, even if he carries the ball, he goes forward at least 2 or 3 yards, no matter what. It's hard to bring him down.
and I mean, it goes back to Johnny's point. He wanted to load up on receiver, but he wanted to make the quarterback's job coming in easier. I think Love could also do that, assuming he has better vision than old Brees.
But, Brees is a good running back. I just don't think he wants to be here anymore.
Yeah, that's my
That's
that's
the whole
my
thing. I don't think he
argument.
wants to be here, but he won't come out and say it because he doesn't want to look disgruntled. But he don't want to be here. Simple as that. And I don't blame him, because he's been nothing but a losing situation. Move on. That's fine. That's fair. All these guys that leaving, they were tired of losing, and you just got to move on. Bring your own guys up. Bring young guys, and hopefully you start building a winning team. But you got to start somewhere. It doesn't happen overnight.
And this line that we have is probably one of the better lines that we've had in the longest time. You saw the Antoine Staley interview when we had him on, and he pretty much is telling us that Simpson walks, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they're going to bring him back, but reports of coming out that his girlfriend his wife is having her
or both
residency. Oh yeah, was having her residency to become a nurse in New Jersey, and is fully all in. Or does that mean that he goes back and goes with the Giants to go back with Harbaugh? Because that line over there needs it too.
Yeah. Don't know. We'll see. That's the bottom line. We'll see. We speculate, but bottom line is we just need a lot of guys.
Can we address what does an all-in season mean? Because Infrared keeps saying an all-in season. I still don't understand. I don't think any of us has ever said that we're all in for the season. When I keep talking about building for the future.
Yeah,
you got so many guys, so many starters. You need to get there. So I think the draft will depend on what they do in free agency.
In free agency, Afram, I wanted to ask you, because we talked about this earlier, and I said that I didn't want to see too many rentals brought in unless they were like vet minimum guys.
Yeah.
Because I want the premium dollars we send out to be here more than 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in the same mindset?
Yeah. You probably have to sign them to a 2 to 3 year deal, but get out after 2 years. You're gonna have to structure that, right? And I think most players want that. They want to, be able to get out of the contract themselves, depending on the situation, because they may see it's not worth it to be here, or they don't want to be here anymore, or they have they have a chance. They've come to the point in their career that they've produced enough. Now they can go to a winning, get that ring that they want. There's a lot of players like that. They just become rentals to premium teams.
Hitman.
Yeah, hitman.
Yeah. I'm with you. We're gonna have to get creative.
Very, very, very creative.
Carlos chimes in $5 super chat, my man. Carlos, he's bringing the plans tonight. He's got plans. I want to get your thoughts on said plans. Draft Jeremiah Love as RB1 and franchise Brees Hall, elite backfield, control costs short term, and keep the flexibility while maximizing the run game.
You franchise, that's $14.5 million. How's that controlling cost?
Yeah. You're not. But like, where's the flaw in the plan? If you do want to devote $14 million for 1 year on Brees, maybe you can find a suitor halfway through the season or something. Where's the flaw in that? Is that too much capital to the running back spot?
I think so, because you still have Braylon, right? You still have Davis, where at one point You and I both were on it. Like we thought that Davis was gonna move up to RB2 at some point, and he did. So, unfortunately, right? But yeah, look, do I think that Brees Hall is a really good running back, an amazing running back, and has a talent? Yes, I do. But for 14 mil and a player that it seems like he doesn't want to be here, that's a very tough pill to swallow, man. Like I don't know if I would want to do that, but that Jeremiah Love conversation just throws such a wrench in the middle of everything that I've been, because I'm the guy that's talking about give me offense or give me death type of thing, right? So
I could do so I mean 14 mil, that's like 15% of our cap, let's say, give or take. I could do that, but I can't also do what 40% of our draft capital using pick number 2 overall on a running back. I can't do both. Like that's just way too much, especially Brees isn't going to be here a year from now. Go ahead, Afram.
Don't lock yourself into what we have this year, because you can sign guys for like if you got a young guy you want to sign in multiple years, you could sign him for 1 million this year and then use next
Backloaded.
year's money back end it, because you
Yes.
know you don't
Yeah,
have
because the Rogers money will go to them in year 2, basically.
right, exactly. So you
Yes.
can
Yes.
you can do like the Dodgers did with with Otani, basically. So
Sure.
and we've done it before. We've given a low number in the first year, and then the next year we followed up with a higher price, and then it went back down. So there's different ways to play around with the money, especially since you got 200 next year and you got like close to 100 this year. You can bring in players now, build your team now, and then worry about
Pay
getting a
them.
quarterback.
Right.
They may be able to grab their quarterback this year. They may bring in Drew Aller and bring him in in the fourth, fifth round. You never
let me
know.
ask you guys this real quick. Let's just say we don't do none of this shit with Brees Allen or with Brees. We let him walk, but we sign Jeremiah Love. Does that help,
Draft him, you mean?
soften up a lot of the fans that are like, why'd you give up Brees Hall for nothing? We should have gotten a third for him with Kansas City. But you put in and you got Jeremiah Love for him. Would that
If we get Jeremiah Love, they ain't gonna worry about nothing about Brees Hall. Okay, let's be
but
honest.
at 2?
Was at 2?
Yeah.
Dude,
The problem is you have.
this
Comes
place
down to what they do
it's
comes
gonna
down
be
what they do at free agency
scorched
and the
earth.
front line. You really need to do something on the front line.
This fan base will go scorched earth if we go second overall for a running back, man. I don't care who it is. Like, look at Genty last year, man. Did he look worth the pick? I mean, I'm giving him time, but I'm just saying, like,
He needs an O line, because
yeah,
his
true.
thing is once he gets past that front line, it's hard to get him.
And
And as
remember,
his speed,
they were also trying to change him. Remember, right? They were giving him crap because of his stance. And then once he went back to his stance, his numbers went up. So, I get what you're saying, though, bro. Like, at number 2 for that, like, the hope is that you could essentially trade back. And then Love is still there. And then you get him. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of good guys up there, though. I mean, Downs, then you got the defensive ends. Like, that top 5 is going to be interesting to watch. I'm just saying that, like, because if Downs and Love both fall just because of positional value, someone's going to get some great guys at 5 and 6.
Low key.
the thing with Love is you don't want him to reach the 7th and 8th, right? Because that's New Orleans and Kansas City. I really believe one of those two wants a running back. So it's either you make a deal with the Giants or the the Browns, right? And I think the Giants are going to want either wide receiver or linebacker at that, or Sonny Styles or something like that at that number 5.
I thought they would go for Caleb Downs because I feel
They
like
might too. They
I
might.
feel like Harbaugh would see Ed Reed all over again.
Yeah, it's going to. I believe it's going to be a defensive player. Well, it could be both because they want to pair up what you call it, neighbors with somebody. Give Dart another a weapon. But who knows what Harbaugh wants at this point? He's got a lot of other things he's got to fill. It's not like their team is complete either.
Dude, what if 7, right? And
7 might be a possibility. I forgot about that.
And the Commanders are like,
who's their running back?
They got had Chris Rodriguez,
Brian Robinson Jr.
Yep, and then the other kid, he's good, man. It starts with an M. I forgot his name. Oh,
so they have
running backs.
So
but it's the Jaden Daniels conversation, right? Because of the injuries that he keeps getting. So if the Jets could somehow be like, oh, we're going to get Ty Simpson. Right? Merritt, that's the guy. Yep, Merritt. And they want to do a whole we like Ty Simpson because they love some Alabama cats over there, and with the Commanders. And they could, fugaze the Commanders with that, and they hell yeah, we'll jump up, we'll give you this, and we're gonna give you this and we'll give your third, or I don't know, whatever they have to give up for that. It's fucking amazing.
A lot of scenarios, boy. We just the biggest thing is the quarterback, really, at this point.
From who's your first call when tampering opens?
It's tough.
I love that. I love the sigh because it means it's a decent question.
It is a very good question. It's just how much do they want to spend? Are they going to drop their pants for one particular player? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Efren, let me ask you this, because you know what, you're the perfect person to ask this. I've been asking. I asked Dana earlier. The George Pickens conversation that's out there now, right? It would take our 44th. Okay. Would you do it?
For Pickens?
Yeah, George
why
Pickens.
Not?
Thank you.
It's talent.
Thank you.
It's talent.
See, he would fucking
the New York Jets. So you're gonna pay him then?
You got the money.
Yeah, you do, but
you're gonna pay somebody something.
Yeah, so you're gonna. Yeah, we're already paying Garrett. Isn't that too much?
You're gonna pay. Yeah, well, listen. If it works, it works. If you win, no one's gonna care about the salary.
Philadelphia, bro.
Okay.
AJ Brown.
We need corners too.
And Devontae Smith.
Okay.
I'm just saying, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, if you get Pickens, that solves a lot of your issues within that wide receiving room. And you could go all the hell with defense that you would want, man. Over there. You could do whatever. At that point, you could go whatever you want, man, because I would be the happiest guy. That wide receiver room would go from Garrett Wilson, Pickens, A.D. Mitchell, and then whoever your fourth would be, Mechie. We still don't even know what Aaron Smith is.
No.
And that could open up so much more, man, with these guys that we have. So that's what I'm saying.
People got to remember.
What
you call it? They got to remember that Garrett's contract is this past year's contract. Mm-hmm. Salaries go up. There'll be guys that are number 2 receivers will be making as much as Garrett. It's inevitable. It happens. This whole thing has gone. Everybody keeps going up and up and up, and paying guys that don't deserve that kind of money, and then the next guy's going to get it. The next guy's going to get it. It's and that's why the cap keeps going up, because they have, gives them time to pick the players they want. No one's coming in for the cheap. If you're going to get someone the cheap, guess what? You're going to get a cheap player.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just don't think
Unfortunately, this is the way it is. You're going to pay, especially
You're
on
gonna-
a team like ours. You're going to pay.
five first round picks. You're going to use one on a wide receiver though. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I question whether Pickens is the guy that I need to pay now when I could just bide my time and I don't know. Draft one or get the best one next year with that same money instead of trading for Pickens. Johnny wants to give up pick 44. I'm going to slap it right out of his hand. I don't know, man.
Is Pickens a proven commodity?
He is. With
Is the guy you're picking in the draft a proven commodity? You don't know yet.
No. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, is Breece Hall a proven commodity? Is Jeremiah Love? I mean, we could say that about anybody.
No, this is true. But
This is true.
But
That's why I say Breece Hall, if I'm being honest with you and like being true, and as much as that dude pisses me off and everything, I would want to sign him back. And then we don't have that issue anymore about the Jeremiah Love conversation anymore. That conversation goes to somewhere else because Breece Hall is proven somewhat.
We talk about not signing Pickens, but there's guys willing to trade and pick up Murray, right? And pick up his $57 million.
Trade for him. They need laughed out of any chat you're in if they're saying that. That's ridiculous.
But I mean, there's talk like that. How are we going to take his contract? We're going to take his contract. We're going to have to take his contract. Pick and choose your poison.
And Ephraim, remember this, and I keep going back to it, bro, because it's so like reminds me of Brandon Marshall. Remember, Brandon Marshall, everybody was like, he's the biggest head case out there.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
He's this, he's all of that. And that dude bleeds green and white to this day still.
He holds the record, right? Right. He played hard for us. Talent
is talent, bro.
Yeah.
And he always says it. He always says it. There is nothing like winning in New York. He said he would go out. He would never.
Did they say Braylon Edwards was a head case too?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's who's coaching you and how you respect and how you treated and as you get older you mature a little bit. Young guys are going to be like that.
What do you guys make of the sentiment this week that John Simpson is allegedly not going to come back per Cimini's speculatory prognostication? Yet you see him today sharing Jets posts on social media. Do you think that you can trust Cimini and that Simpson's not coming back? Would you keep Simpson over AVT? There's a lot of AVT love in the chat right now. I need to hear what you guys think of the guard situation.
Well, chances are Simpson's agent is talking to Cimini, trying to boost up his dollars. Basically, you're talking about leaving and putting the Jets in a position where we can't lose a guard, right?
Yeah.
So let's see how Muji and Glenn decide what they want to do.
I say this.
Is there other guards available?
No. Right?
No. On free agency, I mean.
I think Okafor or whatever his name is.
There could be guys, free agency.
Right? But look, I say this. I think that the media has no idea.
No, they're just speculating.
Right, exactly. On what the Jets
like we do.
Right, exactly. So it's gonna. I could say that I saw Simpson at up in Vegas, right? At a outing out in Vegas. Does that mean that he's gonna go to the Raiders? Because the Raiders need everything on the line. And they're
Yeah.
gonna have a number 1 pick right now. That so they're gonna have Fernando Mendoza, and that's what I'm hearing. I have no idea if that's any truth, but there are reports that are saying that his wife is doing her residency, that she just started her residency to become a nurse. So what does that tell you?
It
In
just
Jersey. In Jersey.
In Jersey,
it tells you that he probably wants a good payday. And by saying I'm going to test the free agency market,
he deserves
maybe
it.
they'll tell him go out and see what you get, and then come back to us.
He deserves
You know?
it. I tell you this much: he deserves
Yeah,
it.
that's fine. I
He
pay him.
he was. I get that people get mad at him because he was getting those stupid penalties of pushing people and everything like that. But he's one of those culture guys. He's one of those guys that is like a Harrison Phillips, right? He's one of those guys that even though my damn quarterback sucks, right? I'm the only one that could say my quarterback sucks. But once one of you guys start to do that, I'm gonna put you in his place. So I look, I want Simpson. I want that line to be together as long as they can, right?
You know what you could do, Johnny, is you could take Simpson and AVT and give them both Pickens money.
And then draft one.
You could do that.
Hey, I mean for you, that's a true. That's another. Hey, you get Pickens and get you that Penn State offensive guard that people want. Oh, I can't pronounce his name. Lawani.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Or
the one
Pregnon from the Ducks.
Yeah.
Dylan Terryman was talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, there's so
Oh,
many
I,
options, man.
my bad, boss girl. You're right. She's going. She's doing to become a doctor. So that's what I mean. Like
Even better.
even better.
Do you think he'd take a hometown discount? I don't know.
I
I
just
mean,
think if
he's
she's
getting
become a
older.
resident a residency here in New Jersey,
What's his age
He is, I think, 29 now. Let me
29.
double check.
for a
Yeah.
guard?
Yeah, 20. He'll be 29 when the season kicks off. And last year we gave him, or the year before, we gave him 2 for 12.
What do you give him
Yeah.
this year?
He had nothing this year. In 2024.
What would you give him this year?
Oh, I'd give him 1 for 10. Or if he wants to do 2, like 2 for 18, maybe backload it, be awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think
you
he
keep
might
everything
be
in
the weak.
check.
Well, here's the thing: he might be the weakness on the O line, but I'm okay with that with his play. If he is the weakest guy we have, I'm fine. The question I think circles to: do you take a center and bump Myers down? Do you take a guard to back up AVT or Tipman or Simpson? Like, you got to have long term vision too, and Simpson isn't a long term play.
I think you do the center first, right? So you could potentially get that Logan
Logan
Jones that's
Jones.
going to be in the later rounds,
Yeah.
and you put him behind Myers, if he beats out Myers,
He
right?
starts.
He starts. You
Yeah.
know, you have everything else, man. It's a lot easier to get a guard than a tackle, and we don't have to worry about tackles for a while now. So,
There's so many options, man. Because we
dude,
got so many needs.
it really is. You can't go wrong with anything.
You can't. Yeah, the only thing, pick a lemon, and I don't mean Mackay, but like just pick good guys. You can shape this team any way you want. We're all so stuck on certain guys. Dude, they might take a corner at 16. Like, can we just fathom that for a moment? They might. Does it matter if the guy pans out? No, it doesn't. We just need guys that are going to be here for a while.
Build your front seven, and your corners benefit from them.
Yep.
True.
I say this.
True.
I wouldn't even be mad if they went and got Downs at 2. And people would kill me for that one, bro. But
Not me.
I
I
would be
love.
I would be all for down that too. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So like that's why I keep going back, and I hate to keep, but that's why that Pickens conversation to me, it just changes so much, man. That one player could change so much. That's why free agency needs to happen. And I think once that happens, all the conversations that we keep having, it's gonna start falling into place.
How
And
much
you'll
would you
start
have to pay
seeing
Pickens?
20, easy,
No,
20.
30.
You
30.
know,
I don't think he's up at 30 yet. He hasn't been in the league too long.
What's he go for on the open market? Probably 30. But if you're trading for him and you can solely negotiate, maybe not. Maybe you're right.
like
But if
I would pay 2 wide receivers 20
did you
plus that we would have to be paying him and Garrett, because I've seen it work in other freaking places that have not had the line like we do. Dude, Philadelphia just won a Super Bowl with that because they're paying Devontae Smith and AJ Brown 20 plus. But you're gonna have a Garrett
is
Wilson.
that why they won? Well, maybe.
I
Maybe.
think
I mean, Dobbs is out there. There's guys. I'm just saying, Pickens. You're adding him to the pressure cook. I don't. I
He's
don't think
young.
it would.
He's
It would
young.
not. It would not age well. I'm telling you. I don't know though.
No, it may not age well, but listen, he's young, and if the other one of them gets hurt, at least you still got a 1A, 1B. You know?
I like the idea. I just don't know that he is the guy. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
yeah, the idea for me is to boost up the offense. It's what I want. That's literally what I would want.
What happens if, let's say, Indianapolis wants to pay Pierce, but they're going to have to dump Pittman because he's 29 and
Go talk to Pittman.
Sign me up.
Yeah,
sign me up.
Is he a number 2 or is he a number 1B?
Does it matter?
It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
so I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like
different guy. Like it's
Uh-huh.
same idea, different character. I'm with that, man. I am. I don't know. I would probably still draft a guy. Maybe not with Pickens because
but you could draft later rounds.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Yes, and that's Johnny. I love you brought this to the fray tonight, man. We've gobbled on it for an hour, I think, and it's good content because, like, you're essentially, you're giving the Cowboys something, but you're also like buying a damn near top 50, top 30 player. Like, it does help. Like Afram said, you can tailor these contracts in a way where, like, there's nobody on this roster in 2027. If you look ahead, we have like 5 players signed. So, like, if you can afford to buy a proven commodity and backload it, that's a net win for the Jets. I just don't know if Pickens is the first guy I try that with, but I'm open to the idea for sure.
Would Dallas trade him though?
I mean,
they didn't sign him.
Yeah, and then they tagged them, and the whole conversation in Cowboys right now is that they're looking to the tag and trade, and they traded for him. I think they gave up a third, if I'm not mistaken. So, but if Pittman is there, that's another one. Dude,
look at Boss Girl's comment. That is gold.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
did you guys discuss that possible idea of trading JJ for that defensive tackle on Titans?
I saw that.
He's a big defensive tackle. Tyandre.
He's not going to fit in the type of scheme.
He's a nose tackle.
Salah's going to want and everything.
Yeah, because everyone presumes that the Jets are going 3-4.
Yeah,
and this guy would be a big. He's like 6'6" or something like that, and he's 370,000 pounds, and he's just.
Would they take Will McDonald?
I don't know. It depends on what Salah wants.
That
Some
would be
people
my
say, would they take Sherwood for him? Because he loves Sherwood.
Yeah, true. But, like, Hell, I might even give both, but I'm trying to keep Jermaine. I'm not gonna lie because I
Yep.
want to see him 2 years removed from the Achilles. I do, and with Dunbar. Will McDonald though, like I'm sorry, I think I'm out on him, guys. I think I'm out.
On Will McDonald.
Yeah,
I really think that this past year is unfair to all the a lot of defensive players, because I don't think Wilkes ran any, put these guys out of position all the time. You've never seen our defense look like this, all discombobulated.
True
That's
point.
the thing, man. Like Will McDonald's a special player, bro. That
Yeah.
shit that he did, hop in that line and then take it
Dude,
like
10 games with no sacks though, like
Yeah.
this year, like
I mean, but
I
if
think, hey, I think he's supposed to be in, out, move him all around the place. Like you're going to use Reese if they do. They draft Reese. That's where you're going to move him around. He's not
and we
gonna
were
sit in one
playing from
place.
behind constantly. That's the other part,
Yeah.
right? That's why I
You guys-
say
you guys are
boost
bringing
up
up
the offense
great
and
points.
unleash the hounds
At least
afterward.
that's an attack. It's always attack. With Wilkes, it was read and react. Well, it's too late to react.
No,
You don't have
Yeah,
the
we were-
players for that.
we were reacting when we were down 21-0.
Yeah, exactly. It was just a horrible. I mean, I've never seen our team where no one knew where everyone was. It was just ridiculous.
Afram, how many times were you and I calling for them to throw a bomb?
First play of the game. First play of the game. Just throw a freaking bomb, just to say that we're going to throw it.
Bro, and it never happened. It
Yeah.
would have opened up so much more stuff. But nope,
I don't know. I don't know
never
what
got done.
mentality.
But what do
is.
we know, right, Afram? We don't know nothing.
What I
We're
will
sitting
say
here at
is,
11:52 talking about the Jets.
well, you know what I will say about
Well,
that,
8:52
like
for you there, Dano.
facts, but like also we're on the eve of it's like Christmas. It's like the night before Christmas, man. Like we're gonna have signees coming in. We're gonna have draft. Like the next couple months are gonna be fun, man. I think.
I think so.
Maybe May I check out. Maybe June check out for a month or two. But like right now, man, I'm kind of looking forward to it because we're only gonna get better hypothetically.
We want to see what this organization, this Muji and Glenn do with the free agency and draft, and who can they convince to come here?
Correct.
Just like we've been
Man.
waiting for this coaching staff to be built, we want to see now how they're building this team. So the anxiety is there, but
Afram, what do you make of Seth Ryan coming in, and also how do you think he makes it to where he is with having all defensive blood in his family?
maybe because he didn't want to do any defense, but he's young. He's coached with he's worked with Johnson, so he brings in that mentality. The today's offense, whatever they want to call it. But I don't see Reich being the type to just stick to something. I'm sure he sees the writing on the wall that he has to be innovative as well. You're not going to come and take this position and think you're going to push an older system in, and you're not going to be successful. So you have to compromise. You have to build with the times. So let's see what he does. Yeah, I don't think he's a stupid man. I don't think any of these guys are stupid.
Yeah, what do you think of Musgrave?
Quarterback
Reich?
is quarterback. If you could get them know how to throw, how to read defenses, and that's all you're teaching them, right? What to look for, how to do that, how to throw the correct pass, how to look for which way, don't lead them, and how to build up on an anticipation there. Try, you got to smarten up a quarterback, more or less. But it's not a bad staff. They got rid of a lot of guys, like with what's his name that came in from our old D-line coach that went to Pittsburgh.
Dunbar.
Dunbar.
Yeah.
From what I'm seeing, the guy that they got rid of, the players hated him. The D-line hated him. spoke out about him. You know,
Interesting.
so
Yeah.
and he a lot of respect. He's done nothing but be successful as a defensive line coach, even when
Do
he was
you
on the
think?
Rex on the Pittsburgh. You know,
Oh yeah, if Dunbar. I mean, he's tried and true, man.
yeah,
Like you said
exactly.
about, yeah. I was honestly, that was the most shocking sign to me that they actually got that guy to come here. And I hate saying
Well,
it like that, but like it blew me away. I'm like, wow.
maybe he
Like,
knew he wasn't gonna he stay there with McCarthy.
but I think he could have gone 25 places.
Maybe he
Like,
likes the Jets. I don't know. Is this be
I
happy at
know.
that point?
No, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
chalking it up as we sold him. Like that's
yeah.
good, great. You know, he looked at Jermaine and Will McDonald and said, "You guys got number 2 overall. You're gonna probably add to my room as well. Like, let's go."
Maybe
And
he did
that
Rex
I'm
a favor. Said my son's in
maybe.
there.
You know what?
Yeah,
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe,
And don't be surprised as Rex is hanging out.
dude.
Don't be
Let me
surprised
ask
he's
you
there.
this: the chat, Billy in the chat asked this. I want to ask you guys: is this the staff right here that's gonna look at Justin Fields and say, "I can fix that guy"?
No,
No,
they're gonna be like the hell with that
I
dude.
think
We
they're in
want
there
our
to
old
say,
quarterback.
hey, let's see what quarterback you bring in. Justin Fields is not, you're not going to not going to waste another year just trying to
Thank
fix a
God.
guy who basically after was timid to throw the ball. Like I said, to me, it was after that Buffalo game just ruined his confidence. Okay, because he was totally different. We saw the Pittsburgh game and he looked good. And that Buffalo game, they were blitzing him on that left side, and he just shell shocked. And basically, since then, and this is just my opinion, since then he's never been the same. Never been the same.
I called it the yips, man. I don't know if you do, but
Oh yeah,
yeah,
he
infantile. He went
yeah, he didn't
infantile.
know what to do at that point because he was looking more to see who was coming than to just throw the ball, you know. But let's
Let
let's
him
see who
go.
they get. Like I mentioned in the early in the chat, I getting this feeling Mariota is going to be a bridge this year
You
because
know what?
Well,
I don't
Hey,
think they want to use draft capital.
honestly, if I'm being
I
honest with you guys, I wouldn't even be mad at that.
I wouldn't either.
He did good with Washington over here. He's really loved. Like, there's a
He
lot of
did good with
conversation in my
Kingsbury.
area that they
He
want
had
him back.
Kingsbury for a little bit, and he looked good, and he's still athletic. He can run.
correct. I
All you
would
need is
I
a
would
game manager. That's all we're wanting is a game manager.
I do insure him. I get insurance. I don't know what that is or what that looks like, but dude, he is damn near top of my list because not the skill, but like what it's going to cost to get him too.
Yeah.
Like it's not you might have to overpay him, but overpay him and it was like what 15 million? Like
I don't even think you're gonna
20?
have to pay that much money.
You probably not. Like, but do it right at the snap, man, and yeah, you can sign him before the Kylers get deals and all that. Fine, fine. What I want, see, and I told Johnny this. I don't care about which veteran quarterback it is, but let me take that back. What I do care about is I want to stop aiming for ceiling like we've done with Zach, with Aaron, with Fields. I want to shoot for floor, like high floor. I don't care about the ceiling, man. We need floor. So you give me like a Mariota and
And
insert
Mariota gets
second.
you 21 to 24 points.
Yeah, dude, I'll take it. And not even that. It's not even the points. It's a functional offense that
Yeah.
all the players will get equal parts. Like you'll have a functional offense. Give it to me.
If you have a
And
balanced offense where you can run
he's
it and pass it, then
he's
Yeah,
not a statue like all
exactly.
these other guys, man. And
that's
Kyler, he's
tell me.
almost too
That's
too
why
too much.
I would go for a Murray if he gets cut. If Murray gets cut, then yeah, like let's go ahead, let's have a conversation with him. But I'm not trading for any of these guys. I'm
No.
not trading for Carr. I'm not trading for Cousins. Cousins has to get cut. If he's there, if he gets cut, then cool, go for him.
Okay, if Murray
You
gets
know,
cut, Brissett is out of the picture, right? We know that
I mean,
because he's the starter for the bridge
correct.
for Arizona, right off the bat. All right, because he's the backup. You got to have somebody there. You're not going to drop two guys at that point.
No,
All right. Now, do they look at him to say, okay, he'll conform and he'll do what we say, or does Reich say this guy's too small, even though he's somewhat successful, as a 5'11" quarterback? So
that's the thing, though. Does he fit? And he doesn't. You're right. But then Jacoby, what would it take? Like, what would it take for the trade to happen from over
I
there?
don't think they're going to trade assets.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I don't either. I don't.
They're going to need those assets because they may turn around and, day 3, they might use those day 3 picks to move up. Day 2.
You know what I would say too. I'm sorry. Back on the Mariota train. Bill Musgrave. You know where he played quarterback?
Where?
Oregon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There
You know where Mariota played quarterback? Oregon. Hey, we got we got Pitt. Let's get Pittman and Mariota. Bam. We got connected.
And then Sadiq at 16.
All right. Hey, you're getting me too excited, Johnny.
There's so many different scenarios. It's like
Somebody I think I saw something that Sadiq was to fall to like 33. Imagine.
would they take a second? Would they take a second tight end?
If it's more receiving I don't know. To me, Mason Taylor, I mean, he didn't get a good evaluation, but I think he's more of a Jermaine when it comes to edges. I think they would take a Will McDonald tight end, which is like more of a specialist, more of a pass catcher. I do think that, if that makes sense.
Would they go after Isaiah Likely as a free agent?
That's my guy, man. Now you're talking my love language.
No,
if you can get Likely next month, Sadiq's off the table for me, and
Exactly.
maybe pass catchers altogether, which Johnny isn't going to like. But like, you give me Likely and Mason Taylor and Garrett, suddenly I'm looking defense in the draft.
Yeah,
I'm still going at least one more wide receiver. I want the insurance in case Garrett Wilson is talking about like, I want the hell out of here because you just got rid of another Glenn and another coach, and this is
that's going to happen anyway. You want to build a team to win. If you start winning, then he's not going to say anything.
Because you know what happens then in 2027 for me, the Smith conversation starts to come on from Ohio State.
Yeah, okay. I figured it was a college guy. I don't follow much in college.
Jeremiah Smith, wide receiver, will be a top 5 pick next year.
Right next to Jeremiah Love. 2 Jeremiah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I just think that, we always go defense, man. Everything we've always done has always been defense. It's always been around defense. And I'm just like, out of all of those defensive things that we've done and everything, the one that's staying here has been Garrett right now, right? We let go already of Sauce. There's people having the conversation of getting rid of JJ. Quinnen's gone. You
never know. Well, that's because maybe they want to pay that option.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, maybe it's time for us to kind of, get with the with the way the league is going and start to get the offense. Build that damn offense, man. Bro, if you give me like
what won the Super Bowl?
Kenneth Walker.
That defense won that Super Bowl.
Let's just sign Kenneth Walker, baby.
He's not coming here.
I know.
He's a Super Bowl. He's an MVP.
He's gonna want so much money too, bro.
Yeah. Actually, the MVP should have been Josh Myers.
Yeah, that's who should have won it.
Yeah,
that's the other part, right? Nick Folk. Like, it was nice to have a kicker this year that could get us some points. is he coming back? Are we gonna sign that dude, or are we gonna have to go back and kicker limbo?
Or draft the
Uh,
kicker. I don't know.
yeah. Folk, I think, is gone. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's gone. But I have some questions for you, gentlemen, real quick. Here's one. Is our linebacker room going to retain anybody from last year? Let's assume Sherwood's back. Anyone else?
No, Quincy's gone. Get him
Quincy's
out of
gone.
here. Sherwood, move him to the safety if we don't
Yeah.
end up getting Caleb
Safety
down.
or put him on the weak side.
Yeah.
Not a
Basically,
not a Malagoa guy, Johnny.
I mean,
I think
if
he's still
stay on
got
the
some
field,
time.
if he can stay healthy.
You know, I'm not too big on bringing Anzalone because of his age, but that Leo Chanel, you know,
Get him
Okay.
with the Devin Lloyd,
yeah.
and
Well,
then you could get your Mike and your Sonny Styles.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask. Is Sherwood your Mike next year as of February
I
20,
hope not.
whatever
Uh,
today
uh,
is? Yeah, you hope
I
not.
don't think he is a Mike.
No, he's not.
you know who I like as the Mike, but I know he's a little bit undersized. It might not be the volley, the size that they like. I like Nakobe Dean, man. He's not getting enough conversation. And that dude won the Buckets Award when he was in college. You know who's the other person that won it? Jack Campbell.
Is he on the Eagles?
Yeah, he's on the Eagles.
Is he a free agent?
The free agent.
Johnny, I think you need to get on the soapbox more for him.
I have been, but the biggest conversation is he's only 221.
Really?
Yeah.
You need a big guy.
Sheesh. Yeah, we
You
do
need,
need a
you need a
thumper.
big.
Hey, that dude's a tackling dummy. He could tackle. You don't care how big the guy is, he tackles.
Okay, here's one. Again, Daniel Murphy, host of Friday nights in the Danger Zone. He came in early and he said, "I'm going to throw a couple good questions in, and I'm going to bed," because he's on the East Coast. He says, hypothetically, we hold off on wide receiver until pick 33. At 33, which Indiana receiver would you prefer, Cooper or Surratt?
Oof, that's hard, bro. That's hard. That's a tough one because Cooper like showed out this year, but Surratt's been that dude for a while too.
Well,
I'm
I
probably
would
gonna go Cooper.
go to the Raiders and say, because they pick after us, you want Surratt for Mendoza? We'll switch picks and give me a 3, and I'll take Cooper afterwards.
That's actually very good foresight because I guarantee you that they're looking at those Indiana wide receivers too. Very well done, Afram. That's good.
Touche.
Yes, I like that.
The
The
Cooper.
chat has,
I would go Cooper, man. Like I'm telling you guys. Like, look, I like Surratt, but I'm probably going Cooper, man. The route running with that cat is there, and the contested catches that he was getting was insane.
dude.
How you use him. It's how you use him.
Bell from Louisville is awesome, but dude, a torn ACL really turns me off that high. Maybe if it was 44 or like 55, if we get in there. But dude, you're coming in with a torn knee. I don't know, man. I don't know.
And
I know he was a
you've
first round
noticed,
pick, but
yeah, and if you notice, anyone that's getting a 1 year, it's been taking 2 years to be fully healthy after a torn. You know, they look somewhat decent, but they're not fully with speed. We'll see how JJ does this year because he's got a full year. But I'll tell you, if you're there at 33 and you're not trading in for another first round pick,
Yo,
if you can get that third round pick, which would be high, it would be a late second. I do it because I need more players, man.
I do too. More top 100 players.
I mean,
Like right now,
yeah,
we have 4 top 50, but we only have 4 top 100.
is Surratt this much better than Cooper, or is he this much better than Cooper?
The latter.
Okay. So if I get this much better than Cooper, and I'm getting a 3rd round pick,
Yeah, slide. Yeah.
Yep, easy. I'll tell you this much. There's just one player that's not being talked about, and I like the cat, and shout out to ISU because he put me on him, and I watched a shit ton of film on this cat now, and I'm in love with the guy, right? But the only reason he's not gonna go top is because he played for Illinois State, all right? And his kid is Sabo. I can pronounce his last name, Sabokowski.
oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Sabokowski. Yo, Dana, look at him, bro.
Is
He's
he
Adam
Polish?
Thielen.
What team was he in?
Or Cooper Cup, bro.
What team?
Illinois State.
Illinois State. Yeah, I know you're talking about. I've seen. He catches everything, right?
Catches everything.
He catches everything,
And the route running is insane.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Lad McConkey a little bit.
Yeah.
Bro, remember?
Check him out.
I was
I'll
all
check him
about
out.
some Lad McConkey, dude. I was like, yo,
Uh-huh.
get him.
Bro is good. He is good. Stop. One more question I have pinned. Let's get to that real quick, and we're gonna skip Daniel Jones because I think that was an error. But would you trade pick 103 for Brissett or Mac Jones? Just wondering your guys.
Daniel Jones too.
Well, Daniel Jones is a free agent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
He's a free
After
agent.
103, I said it. I could give 2 shits what they do it. So yes, for Brissett,
For Brissett,
give it-
yeah. I think Mac Jones is just a product of the Shanahan system.
You think Brissett's got what? Is he trade worthy? Like
He's been around so many teams. He's been, and Reich. He played best when he's under Reich's tutelage, and basically,
maybe I don't.
He's older.
Do it
And he's not gonna cost you as much.
Fair, and I'm
Mac
with
is
you.
gonna want like a long-term contract because of his age and because how he did with the.
I could never
San
forgive
Fran.
him. I could never forgive him for what he did to our players' nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what though? Like for me, this is timing. If you're telling me during the draft, that means we probably struck out on everybody. Then I'm probably doing it. But to do this in like March or late March or no, man, there's 10 guys that could give me what Brissett. I mean, give me Mariota. Fuck it. Like
What I say.
yeah.
That's what I say.
But if we strike out on everybody, maybe suddenly this trade looks good, and I would consider Brissett over even Daniel Jones if he was. Meh.
I think Mariota would come in at a cheaper price because he knows he's starting and he could be a starter for this year and part of next year, right? Depending how what the Jets do if they they want to develop the quarterback in the background, they build up the team, and that
Do you have
helps
to
him.
Do you have to pay him more though if he knows he's starting?
But no, he knows he's being a bridge quarterback.
I mean, bridge quarterbacks can command some money though.
Oh, we'll see. I mean,
maybe you give him like a 15 now, and then if you have to use him as a bridge next year, it's maybe 25, 30. Crazy.
right? How good he does.
Fair. Fair.
It's up to Ira Axelrod how he decides to pay these guys.
Let me ask you this. Is there any thoughts in your guys' mind that Mendoza does not go to the Raiders?
No, he's going to Raiders.
Did you haven't heard the smoke this week, Afram, about how Clint Kubiak does not like Mendoza?
So who's he going to put in there?
Ty Simpson, baby.
Geno Smith.
Let him take Simpson.
I mean, look.
Who does he pick on the first overall?
That happens. I would trade everything and and everything. If Mendoza falls to 2 to us, yo, go and get as much capital as you can if that was to occur.
So if he falls to us, you would trade him out too
Yeah.
and get as much for that?
Yes.
But who would come up for him?
The Commanders, because they're scared of Jaden Daniels and his injury. He's another weird injury away from never playing again.
Johnny, would you get a vasectomy for that to happen? Asked Scott.
No.
No. Why not, man? You're the one, dude. You're the one thing keeping us from a franchise quarterback, bro.
I mean, is he the franchise quarterback though?
Yeah, man. I don't know if I you know what? If the Raiders called me and they said we'll slide to 2, but we need to know your final offer. I think mine is 216 and Will McDonald final offer. More than that, no. I don't want to dip into 2027. Is that enough to get it done? Is that stupid?
Well, I mean, if he had come out and let's say he stayed he came out in 2027, is he the best quarterback in that?
Does he have
group?
this year, next year?
No.
Yeah.
Ooh, if he has this year, next year, he could be first overall. But
we don't know.
Are you okay?
We don't know
Are
how
you
the
okay?
others are doing it.
Yeah. Are you okay with the second choice, the third choice? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like maybe you just stick and pick. Like
That's it.
But 16, I could do that for Mendoza, and Will McDonald I could care less about. So like for me, that's not a high price, but maybe it is to some.
You see what Boss Girl just put?
I know. I saw that, Specs. Where is your dedication?
I mean,
Johnny,
if you're telling me it's for a Super Bowl for the Jets,
we'd all be singing soprano.
Exactly. It's getting done with the quickness. I already got my kids. I'm good.
That's
it. Hey.
Just the sound of scissors, man.
I heard there's ways now you could get that bad boy. Not only
Reverse.
can you do work, but you could also jack a car with it. Sign me up for that.
That's how desperate we are for a winning season.
Facts. Scott, great question to kick that off. Okay, hold on. Wild Wave, because we are winding down here. He says people aren't talking about this, but how much credit do you give Signetti for Mendoza's success? I mean, he wasn't good. He wasn't great at Cal though. Mendoza. Does that make a difference?
Yeah, I mean,
I
the
think
structure,
so.
the team he built the entire team. So,
bro, in the national championship, I keep saying it. He didn't beat Miami. Miami beat themselves, bro. So
he didn't look too good under pressure.
No, exactly. He got away. He in that Oregon game. Okay, same thing, dude. If the roles were reversed and some of those balls that more fumbled that went right into Indiana was the other way around, it would have been a different conversation.
How old is Chambliss?
Young buck.
I could tell you. Let's see. Chambliss.
Like 24, 23, 24.
Well, he's going back now too, right?
Yeah, I don't understand why you're going back for.
He's going to be 24 in August.
So he'll be 25 next year for the draft. So he basically is dropping himself down the what's it called?
Poor I mean, I don't get it. Like,
I don't
why do you
either.
want?
I don't. What's he trying to gain? More reps?
He could possibly go in round 2 this year. Next year, like what?
Exactly.
Maybe he's having a lot of fun at Ole Miss with all the girlies out there.
Yeah. At 25 years old, no one's gonna, you're gonna give him a 5-year contract.
True.
No.
It's going to be one contract. It'll be 4-year or no fifth option because you'll be 29 by the end of that contract.
Yeah. Why draft him when you can get Hendon Hooker for free?
And he's fought that. He fought so hard to get back in the.
He's still fighting, I think.
No, he got it.
He got it back. Yeah.
Well,
Got it
isn't
back. The judge ruled it.
Isn't the NCAA now like appealing back, or am I? No, it's just
I don't
it's
think
it.
so. I don't think any.
Okay.
They got nothing.
I think he fought for nothing.
I get the
I'm with
NIL
you.
deals, but you could have made that money. Whatever.
Fair. Well,
That's fine.
I mean, I told you guys my final offer to go from 2 to 1. What does your maximum willingness look like?
I don't think I would do it for Mendoza, man. Like, I'm not sold on him, bro, all the way. Like, would I be cool if you dropped that too? We got him. I mean, yeah, I'd be like, all right, there's something there. Maybe Frank, that's his type of quarterback, right? He's that 6'5" that he likes.
I'll give him a 2 this year and a number 1, that high number 1 next year.
And then you're done drafting quarterbacks for a minute.
If they feel he's what they want,
yeah.
Okay.
If they that matters. That matters.
It's just if all these analysts, it's not like they're overwhelmingly endorsing him as a tremendous quarterback. He's just basically smart. He's a game manager in a sense.
Cerebral.
I would take a game manager too, though. Like,
I understand that, but I don't think he's got a high floor, but he's not doesn't have a high ceiling.
Yeah, that's the one I battle Afram. That's the conversation because.
So do you want to give all that capital for a game manager? You can get a lot of game managers out there.
I mean, if you're telling me it makes us win games,
you need a lot more than that to win games, though.
But you got George Pickens, Garrett Wilson.
You're giving up capital.
Yeah.
So,
and dude, if more talk out of Vegas is that they're not sold on Mendoza, man, we might be talking Mendoza all of March and all of April. Let's not do that yet because it might come.
I mean, how do you take a team without a quarterback?
Yeah. What is your plan? Geno Smith, get out of here. I think Geno has a stronger chance of playing for us next year than them.
Yeah, because they need offensive line help.
And I don't think he's coming here.
Yeah.
The one that gets to me though, Afram, I'm like, it's the giving up something next year for those 3 ones because I agree with you, but I look at it this way. It's like if I'm Muji, right, and I feel like I'm gonna kill it again, and he does, let's just say it, right? But they don't have a good season at all. They start 0-7, and then the noises are coming in, and Woody's like, I'm firing this dude. Like, it's done. But Muji, you're safe. I think it entices a coach to come on over and be like, damn, I got 3 ones to work with. That's where I would, that's my mindset.
If you got your quarterback this year, your franchise quarterback this year that you figure you're gonna, what do you do with the 3 ones next year?
Oh, I get cornerstones, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Do you trade down to get more picks?
I mean, how good are the ones, Afram? I mean, are they 2 in the top 10? Are they 3 in the top 20?
No, we could only hope if Daniel Jones doesn't sign and Pittman is gone, that Colts pick is going to be high, and pray for a ton of injuries to Dak, and that pick gets high, and hopefully
Well, you know, you
our pick is
trade-
low.
you take Pickens off of Dallas. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm telling
dude,
you, man, that
what do I
boosting
do
of the
with it?
wide receiver changes.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny, he says if you have a quarterback, if you find a quarterback this year, what do you use those 3 firsts for?
Because if you got a high pick, that those quarterbacks are going to be valued, and you're satisfied with what you have, you get some good
Capital back.
assets,
Yeah.
or players.
That's a good point because it behooves you to find one this year if you can.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
then
I mean,
you
if we're there at those 3 1s, and then Jeremiah Smith is there, and those top picks for us,
then you call each team behind you one at a time and say, "Are you taking a quarterback? Sure, come up. Are you not? Okay, you're staying back there because we're taking a wide receiver." Yeah, that does behoove you to get the guy in the building this year if you can.
oh my God, imagine that. Garrett Wilson, George Pickens, Jeremiah Smith, A.D. Mitchell.
There's so many. Only one guy can get the ball
shit.
there, Johnny. Too. That's
Dude. You could have Joe Flacco back there, and you'd be fine.
You got to be able to get rid of that ball quick.
Joe Flacco can.
No, but I'm saying you got to make that decision quick. That's the thing.
Justin Fields would look a lot better back there.
He still messed it up. Okay. Also, we can't build a team based on fantasy points either. So I just want to say that.
Guys, I think that dude, you guys both helped me make this a show without chaos tonight. I appreciate both you guys.
No,
Johnny,
thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank
good
you.
convo. Dude, I wasn't sure if I would even be able to hold a convo. So the fact that you guys chipped in.
You do a good job on your own.
Thank you. Thank you. Anything you guys want to say before we wrap?
George Pickens, baby.
George.
Fuck it. Dude, it's a conversation. I'm telling you guys, man. Like,
Anything's possible, John.
I am team.
Anything's possible.
That's George Pickens right there, man. He's watching us. He's watching the show.
Dude, tell me that does not look like a New York Jet right there. Ready.
The guy on the right there, the TV.
That's
the
really
mustache to be.
He's looking at George like, you know. Shit. Hey.
Let's
Johnny,
get some resemblance of a team first before we start doing something crazy.
I just think, I just want everybody to know that I am team build the offense, because the whole narrative is next year is the franchise quarterback for us. The veteran is going to come over here with us. So why not boost that up? Dude, if you're telling me that with my 2, I could potentially get the 2 best weapons that are there, right? And if it is Tate, and if it is Lemon, or if it is Tate Sadiq, or if it's Love and Lemon, or if it's I'm all about that right now. Dummy proof the damn offense, because you have your line. There's not any other team right now that has the line built like we do right now.
Yeah.
And it's not being talked about enough. Okay. The one problem we have right now is the guard situation, where we could potentially fix it a lot easier than if we had a left tackle problem or a right tackle.
We don't really know
problem.
yet if we have a guard problem.
Yeah, we may be up to our gills in guards for all we know.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Right now it's all talk.
Yeah.
It would be nice if they did draft Drew Alar and Reich turned him into the number 1 prospect, and that everyone anticipated him.
Best case scenario.
6'5", what is he? 6'5", 235.
6'5".
And he gets him to throw accurately and make proper decisions.
It's Josh Allen, bro. Could you imagine that?
And he's throwing to to Lemon and Garrett or Tate and Garrett, or yeah, dude, that's best case. And then next year, it's like all of a sudden you're getting a package for your best pick.
All
The
of a
next
sudden,
two,
you know,
you're getting blue chippers with your other picks. Like, not bad, not
It
bad.
just changes the whole dynamic of the same old Jets.
yeah.
We have options too. Like,
And it
that's
changes the whole
thing.
thing about Muji and Glenn. All of a sudden, they're putting together a good team. You know,
And the people who wanted him fired will be hiding in
yeah.
Hey,
a hole
Scott saying this
somewhere.
Now he's
like
gonna call his own
look at Scott
plays.
shaking it.
He's gonna call his own plays. It's in his hands. If he does good on defense, and you know,
Yeah.
who knows? This is
Gentlemen,
gonna be very interesting. Yes.
I'm
stick
Have a
around,
wonderful,
man.
happy President's Day. I'm off, thank God. And
Same
Hey.
here. That's why I'm rocking right now.
yeah, me too. I gotta take this mud out. Also, my son fell asleep on the couch over there, so now I gotta take him out, of course. And this
Have
cold.
a good night. Have a
Take
good
care, guys.
weekend. Have a good Monday.
Be
night.
well.
Be well,
See ya.
guys.
Johnny, see you later, brother.
Later, dude.
Peace. Chat, I'm gonna stick around for like 2 minutes. I guess my take is not what Johnny's is. I'm not gonna lie. I think you build a defense. I do. Because I want the receiver to come in with the quarterback. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if you can really bolster the D this year, it'll help us figure out, is Jermaine worth keeping? Is Will McDonald worth keeping? Harrison Phillips, who will be in a contract year, is he worth keeping? Juwan Briggs, contract year, worth keeping? That whole D line is in contract years this year. They are. Short of Will McDonald, who we could just give a 5th-year option to, but we got to decide that in May, early May. If we decline that 5th-year option, all 4 guys I've just mentioned will be in the final year of their deal. Tough. And then you got to put someone next to Sherwood. I need a corner. I'm sorry, whether it be free agency or the draft, but I'm not prepared to run it back with Brandon Stevens and AZ Thomas coming off an injury. I need another guy. Safety room. If you listen to Murph around here, man, he needs the entire room Lysol'd. Bro, that's like, I have nobody on the 2027 Jets defense except what, AZ Thomas? Maybe Sherwood. Like, we just need so much. And we do have Garrett, and we may have Brees. We have Mason Taylor. We have a good O-line. It just makes more sense to me to build the defense the right way. Maybe you throw a dart on offense. Maybe it's a Drew Alar. Maybe it's in free agency. You can bring in a wide receiver 3 that could fight for a wide receiver 2 with AD Mitchell. I have like two guys there that are both high floor, not high ceiling like Arian Smith, high floor. Then, it could placate you for a while. Then really on offense, all I need is a quarterback that has a high floor as well. I think it could buy you time 1 year. It could buy you 1 year, but also like that defense in year 2 will be looking much better, fully together for a year. And yeah, that's just me. You guys are cooking down there. I just want to say good night to everybody. Thanks for joining us on a Sunday night without Jets chaos. I know. Show didn't look as good without him. I know. But appreciate you guys still hitting the like button. We had callers tonight. We had 3 callers. I thought we'd get 1. Some shows get like a 12, but they do this every week. I don't. So the fact that I not only got 3 callers, but they probably averaged 45 minutes, maybe an hour a piece, means a lot because they kept the conversation going, as did you guys. A couple gifted memberships down there. Had Carlos do some super chats, man, to keep the lights on. Just appreciate it, man, because We're going to be doing free agency. We're going to be doing the draft. This is probably the worst this roster will look for the next year. Think about that. For the next year, this might be the worst this roster looks for one more month. Endure this 1 month. All of a sudden, you got an infusion of free agencies in. You got an infusion of draft picks in, and you feel better until October, at least. And then it's still looking like a better roster than it is right now today, I guarantee you. Yeah, Chaos is a handsome Tasmanian devil. I think he went to a concert with his wife tonight. Appreciate it. Appreciate him filling in for me a couple weeks back. We'll see you guys next Sunday. He and I, maybe we're talking, free agency, I assume, again, because we got draft stuff to get to, but let's be real. Like, free agency is first, and it impacts the draft. So I've always been a proponent of don't do draft stuff in January and February. Do free agency. Then in March and April, you do draft stuff. So we're not all tired of it by the time the draft rolls around. Yeah. Anyways, again, appreciate 14 still here on YouTube. I don't know how many on Twitter or whatever. Appreciate you guys for being in YouTube chatting. Appreciate you, Amid, everyone else down there, man. Keep cooking. Have a good weekend. Have a good holiday tomorrow. And go Jets, man. Thanks for entering the danger zone where you're often stuck until I hit end stream, which I'm going to do. You got 2 more minutes to live chat. Have a good night, guys. Peace.
I'm convinced we're the most cursed team in professional sports.
You guys are bad.
I've been saying this hot take for a long time, and I'm sticking to it. My hot take is that Will McDonald's going to hit 15 sacks.
No member of the New York Jets' Week 1 offensive line will miss a game all year.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time! So get ready to rumble!